So now we have our 2:30 presentation coming up. Elizabeth Morales, are you on the line with us?
I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. If you don't mind projecting your presentation.
Sure. Let me do that right now. Alrighty, share screen. We're going to do this one. Let's go from the beginning. Okay, can you guys see my first, can you see my screen?
Absolutely.
Okay, good. Okay, thank you, Michael. So my name is Elizabeth Morales. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer for Applied Business Software. We make the Mortgage Office, which is your ultimate lending platform, anything for servicing, origination, and fund management you could do in our system. This is my email address. If you want to email me in the next 25 minutes, I will put it up after as well. So we've been around since 1978, like our logo said earlier. We have hundreds of companies. We have thousands of users. We have hundreds of quotes from customers. And our software is used in 24 countries. These are some of the logos of the companies that you may recognize. I'll leave it there for a couple seconds. And if you don't know some of these, then for sure you will know some of these customers of ours. If you'd like to see more of who our customers are, you can go on our website and click on the More tab and then go on Press. So you're asking yourself, been around for 41 years and you're a software company. That's kind of hard to believe because in 1978, this is what we were thinking about and this is what we were all doing, right? So that means we've been through the 1997 stock market crash, 9/11, Black Monday, Y2K, the dot-com bubble, and the 2008 financial crisis. So we've been through it all, and right now we're going through COVID, and thank God we're okay, and we're not just surviving but thriving. I think everybody during this downtime decided to look into software because people ask me, when's a good time to roll out software? There's never a good time to roll out software because you're busy all year long, and then when you're not, then you think about other projects, but software is just an afterthought that you come to think about when you get an audit. So in terms of how we've been around for so many years and why we talked about this already last time, innovation, and that means you're going to have to do something that you haven't done, something that maybe you're not so comfortable with, but you could do it little by little, and you have to start somewhere, right? So where do you start? You start with the data. You start looking at the market trends. You start trying to figure out if the business is ready, and Marketing 101, you have an awesome website, you have great reviews, you have testimonials, you have videos of people talking about you, and then social media. We can't leave social media out these days. And then reviews. Reviews are very important because I can't remember if I gave this example last time, but when you go on Amazon and you find what you're looking for, the first thing you look for is the reviews. If they have 5 stars, you're like, okay, this is good. But if those 5 stars only come from 10 people, then you start to question it, and then you think, well, maybe it's from the family members, right? The uncle and the aunt and the cousin and the grandma left the review. So I want to go somewhere that has more reviews. So then, you look for somebody that has lots of reviews and lots of testimonials. You also want to have a bunch of happy customers. So if you have a loyal customer base and you have been profitable for the last 3 years, and you have to ask yourself, have I been profitable for the last 3 years? Are my customers asking me for things that I can give them, but that I'm not? And have I had cash flow in the last 3 years? And if the answer is that yes, then you are ready to move on and innovate and go to the next level. And remember, profit and cash flow, though similar, are very different. So ask yourself those 3 questions. So if you said yes, I have all these things, I think I want to do the next thing, what is that? If you're starting here, then it's probably not a good idea, because technology is a very big part of our lives these days, and I think we've all noticed it with COVID-19. If you're still using Excel spreadsheets, you're probably going to have some trouble. I'll elaborate on that in a second. So you have to ask yourself a few questions. As a company, where are you? Who do you want to reach? What do you want to offer? And how do you want to offer that? Also, what is having bad software or no software stopping you from doing? So to our company, we get prospects from 3 different buckets: Excel spreadsheets. And let's remember that the Wall Street Journal says that 87% of Excel spreadsheets have mistakes. As much as we love them, they have mistakes. We're human, right? Other software. People come to us from purchasing 3 different softwares throughout the years. Like, I purchased this software, and then this happened, and then I purchased this other one, and then this happened, and then this other one had, whatever problem. And then door number 3, custom software. We have people that have spent $2 million doing their own software. So think about this. It is really cool to order a car and go on the website and say, I want the rims to look like this, and I want the doorknob to look like this, and I do want AC, but I want the AC a little bit higher. And yes, it would be great to do that, but it would be very costly. You go to the dealer and you find a car you like and you buy it, right? So our software, which would be door number 4 at the mortgage office, is ready out of the box for you to do anything that you need. And that could be commercial loans, construction. These are all the different modules that you can purchase from our software depending on what you're doing. So you don't have to buy them all. You just buy what you are doing, so the system grows with you. So you have to ask yourself, whatever it is that you're doing, if you're doing single family or multifamily or whatever your next thing is, whatever the road has for you. And then also remember that anything over 4 units is treated differently, as is considered income-producing property when we're talking multifamily. Maybe it's time to buy distressed properties. The key word here would be quality. Hospitality and retail. I think I missed, there was an earlier presentation about hospitality and retail, so I didn't quite catch what they said, but I can share what I've heard from our customers. There's not very many of them investing in hospitality and retail right now. But we all do know that there's not enough housing in the U.S. So at some point, it was buy, fix, sell, and then it was buy, fix, and rent, and then there was buy, fix, and hold on, and then sell. So, whatever it is that you are choosing to do, whether it be loan origination or loan servicing, or the fund management, which is, the mortgage pools. You could do that in our system, and you don't have to do them all at the same time, right? That's why we say the system grows with you. And when people come to us, they come because of this word that nobody likes, right? Audit. So there's 2 kinds, right? The kind that you hire an accountant and he tells you that your books are a mess, and then the other kind, which is the regulatory, and that's the worst kind, right? So the second call we get here is, I screwed up my trust accounting, and how can you help me? How can I recreate 3 years of accounting? And, it's kind of messy at times. So remember, if you're handling other people's money, you can't commingle it. Our system keeps the ledger and subledger, everything segregated and accounted for. Most private lenders are using other people's money, so that money cannot be commingled. And TMO is short for the mortgage office. TMO accounts for every dollar that goes out and comes in, and it does the bank reconciliation and beneficiary subledgers and all the stuff that, if there's an accountant out there listening, is saying, they speak my language, right? So keep that in mind. In terms of fund management, we have what we call vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. So you can have a share base, you can have a capital base, or you can have a collateral mortgage obligation. So if you're thinking about setting up a pool, then we have 3 different ways that you can do that, and you pick the one you like. And I can go on for an hour talking about these, but I will not do that because I know time is of the essence. So you want the system to automate your back office. You want to reduce overall cost because the system is going to do so much than you were able to do because it's, it's software. So maybe one person handles it, and then you have time to do what you want to do best. You want your lenders and your borrowers to have 24/7 access. You want it to do escrow analysis. You want to have conversation logs because for RESPA, you must have a record of every conversation that you've ever had. So make sure you keep that in mind. You want monthly statements. You want past due notices. You want to do your 1098s and 1099s. And speaking of those, you no longer have to print and stuff and take them to the post office to mail them. The forms can now be done from within our software, which is super cool. A couple clicks and you're done. You don't have to have a stuffing and stamping party at the end of the year or at the beginning of the following to mail out your 1098s and 1099 forms. Of course, you want to be fully automated. I think we all figured that out during COVID-19. And in loan origination, if that's what you're doing, whether if you're listening right now, you're either doing origination, servicing, or a pool, right? And if not, you're thinking about doing some of those. So in terms of origination, we have, because a lot of people say, I don't want to service or do my own loans because there's so many things for compliance. And yes, you're right. But that's one of the reasons why people purchase our software, because it helps them with compliance. It helps them stay in compliance. So we've been through Reg Z, TRID, RESPA, Dodd-Frank, HMDA, and every other piece of legislation that comes out. We put it in our system, and we have you compliant. So that's one of the reasons why people breathe a different air when they buy our software. You want to have your borrowers go online from your website. Maybe on your website you have an icon that reads, apply for a loan here. And then they go to a place where they can apply for a loan, and it's white labeled, so it looks like it's, they're still on your website. You want to maybe receive a text message that lets you know how many applications you received overnight. You want to be able to customize your workflow, so you want to know exactly where that application is. Is it pending? Are you waiting for documents? Is it on hold? Has it been closed? Did you assign it to someone and whatnot? You want to be able to add your own document set. That's very important. We have one there. The last time it was reviewed by Jurassic Law. But you can upload the one you want, make the changes that you want. It's Word based, so you can make changes as you go. You can pull credit directly from our software, and that we added that about 5 years ago. Well, look at that, Mr. TMO. And here's loan servicing. So in loan servicing, you want to have a powerful dashboard, anything that tells you what is happening on a day-to-day basis. You want to be able to do invoicing, send letters, insurance, the conversation logs that I mentioned earlier. You want to do reporting of your disclosures. And here's business today, what we call business today, that shows you how you want to slice and dice your data. Maybe you want to see your loans by fully amortized, or how many of them are just interest only or adjustable rates. And yeah? Hello? Did somebody say something? I thought I heard somebody. Okay, maybe they're in mute now. Okay, so that was kind of a snapshot. Let me see. This one, lender statement of account. You want to send your investors pretty statements, so that would be something they would appreciate. And they also want instant access to information. So you want to be able to provide online portals where your investors can maybe have an app and log in, or maybe they just simply go on a website, lendersviewcentral.com, and they have access to all their data. Investors like to go on there and look at their data 24/7, right? They want to check on their money. For your borrowers, you want to let them be able to make a payment. You want to have QuickBooks integration, and something that we started about 3-4 years ago is sending text messages from within our software. So, don't forget your payment of such and such is due next week, or for your lenders, we just deposited $8,000 into your account, and investors love getting those texts. Well, who doesn't, right? Who doesn't like getting money into their account? You also want to geomap your loans, like where are your loans, right? Why is that important? Because you want to diversify your portfolio maybe. Maybe you want to map them by where are my loans that are non-performing, so non-performing notes, or where are all my interest-only loans, or it's kind of a cool feature that it's been started to be used lately more and more. So kind of in a nutshell, you want to innovate. You want to develop multiple income sources. You want to develop recurring revenue, provide great customer service, and automate your back office. And you want to watch the money roll, because you will have more time to get more deals and not have to worry about Excel spreadsheets, reports, compliance, calculations, and so many other things that take you away from where you want to be and what you do best, which is lending. I think my next slide shows one that I showed earlier. And when you think about, okay, well, what is it that this system can do for me? The system can do anything you want, right? So if you take a look at those hexagons there, the web publishing is when your borrowers and your lenders go online. CDFI reporting, I don't think anybody listening to us right now would do CDFI reporting, but if you are, let me know. Of course, you want a financial calculator. If you're doing ARMs, which nobody is doing right now, you have that. You have a HELOC module. You do escrow administration. We talked about this one and this one and this one, right? Trust accounting, so important. Don't commingle funds. Collateralized mortgage obligations. We talked about this. ACH Express, if you want to put the money into your lender's account, or you want to zap it out of your borrower's account. So commercial loans, graduated terms, this is step rate loans. If you don't know about them, that's okay, but you can email me and maybe you're interested in doing them. This is an integration with QuickBooks. You can do the credit reporting, BRE. This is only if you're in California. And then construction loans, we talked about those earlier. So I am going to leave up the screen for questions if anybody has any. And I don't know, let me see. Michael, can you hear me? Or Jeffrey? Let me see. Do I stop sharing? Because I know I just got a message saying there is a question, but I can't see it.
Okay, yeah, you have a question. The question, this is Jeremy. How much is this software?
Ah, that is a good question. So that depends on what you get. And so if you were to buy all of this, it would be a pretty penny, right? But if you just get, say, loan servicing, trust accounting, then you're looking at different pricing. The other thing that varies too is, do you want it hosted? Do you want to host it yourself? Do you want it in the cloud? And do you not want it in the cloud? And the reason for that, I'll explain. So some people say, I am paranoid. I do not want my data in the cloud. I want it in my server, in my office, where I know it's safe. And then some other people say, you know what, I don't care. I, trust Azure, Microsoft, or Amazon, and yes, have it in the cloud, and I need other people to access, the data and the software. So depending on how you do it, it can run you maybe like a one-shot time of $15,000, or you could do a monthly of $500. So that's kind of a ballpark. But you can email me, or you can email sales@absnetwork.com, and we can certainly get you specifics on the pricing depending on what you get. And also, I forgot to say, yes, you get a free demo for sitting here through the presentation. And I don't know if you can click on that. Try it and let me know. Are there any other questions? Jeremy, are you there?
I am here. Who will be the target
Okay.
markets overall?
So our target markets, private lenders who are servicing their own loans. That is the target. Anybody servicing their own loans can use our software. That's why on the prior slides, we had people like University of California using our system, and Pepperdine University, and CVS, and Firehouse Subs. So like those people that are doing franchising can use our software. And I know Pepperdine University doesn't use our software for student loans. They use it to make loans to their professors. So anybody making loans, and CVS does it for, I think, franchising as well. We have somebody that bought it that is doing, they're setting up gas stations everywhere. So they bought our software. So yeah, anybody who is a private lender servicing their own loans. And when you think about, well, why wouldn't I give my loans to a servicer? You could do that. What I have heard from people is that they lose control. And I think Boomerang mentioned it last time. I don't know if they were on already or they're after, but you may want to ask them you lose control. So when you service your own loans, you have to you are the one with the relationship with the borrower, right? So you have the control, you have the relationship. Maybe the loan is done, and maybe that borrower can be a repeat customer. But if you don't know what's happening, the servicer is collecting the money, and you're still doing all the customer service, then you might as well service the loans, and you're going to keep that spread anyway that you're paying someone else to do. And the key word is compliance, and get something that is going to give you peace of mind, because you don't want to be the guy, the cartoon that I showed earlier with the, oh my God, I got audited, and oh my God, I need help, right? So start it now and start it with the right foot. I'm sorry. Got something getting stuck on my throat. All right. Jeremy, did you have another question? Are we on time? What time is it? 11:54. Yeah, we have about 5 minutes.
You said in your software, can I share
Say
investment? In your software, can I share investment offers with my investors?
Yes, you can. Let me see if I can actually show. Can you still see this? Can you still see my screen?
Yes, we can.
No?
Yes.
Okay. And is it blank right now, or?
We see, your viewyourdeal.com, you're typing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not what I wanted to do. So
Okay.
if you could do this right now, Lenders, View Central. So if you go on Lenders View Central, of course you won't get the pretty blonde girl. You can have, whatever it is you want. And then you log in, and this would be a lender logging in and seeing their portfolio, right? And then you can click on investment offerings, and you yourself can list all these, and they can look on whatever it is you're offering, and they can also modify a search. So enter the information and click go. So loan amount from this to this, maximum LTV, and minimum interest rate. So, you put in the data that you want. But yes, you can do investment offerings through Lenders View Central.
We got another question. What are the plans of developing an app? By Janice.
So we have an app for the iPad. We don't have an app for the iPhone just yet. And we do developments based on what people ask. And if they say, no, we desperately need an app, then we'll do it. But, you know, if we have 2-3 people saying that they want something, then, you know, we tend to just go by the list. And, you know, we have 20 people saying, no, we really need you to do this, then you'll see it on the next update, which we know we do like 2 to 3 per year.
Okay.
And we develop based on what our customers request.
Got another one from Richard. Is the software US specific or is it multi-currency?
Very good question. So we've been around for 41 years. For about 37 years, it was just the $. And just a few years ago, Jerry Delgado, our executive chairman, and he decided to do the pound. So he wrote coding to do the pound. And so we're in the UK, but yes, it's something that can be done. It's something that we can add another currency. Yeah, I would have said no if you would have asked me 5-6 years ago. I said nope, just a $. But now it's a different answer.
Okay, another one is how long does the actual free demo take?
Well, that depends on what you want to see, but it could probably take, you know, half an hour or maybe 45 minutes, the most. And we do everything in-house. We do everything here. We're in Long Beach, California, so if you ever want to come by and see us, that's where we are. And we do everything here in our offices in Long Beach.
Awesome.
But the demo is, of course, it's, you know, via Zoom or WebEx or whatnot. We don't make you come to our offices for a demo.
Okay. I think that's all of the questions. It's been great.
Okay. All righty. Thank you, everybody.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Notifications from
Go ahead.
Janeth. Notifications are good, but they are sent as PDF. Any plans on improving as an email, updates from an email, from a PDF to an email?
Okay. Say that one more time. Sorry.
The PDF attachments, is that how things currently come? Someone was asking about emails as a notification method. I can connect you guys offline if you'd like.
Oh, yeah. No, for sure. Yeah, please. Yeah, give them my info. But yes, you can definitely do that. That's not a problem. Yes. Yeah. We can, the PDFs go, like if you send something to somebody, it's going to be in the software. So if somebody calls and says, we never have this conversation, or you never send me that email, it's all in the software. And it goes linked to that particular loan or that particular lender or, you know, that bar, or, you know, it's all connected. So, and I don't do the demos here. We have a department that does that. So I don't want to give you misinformation, but that I know for sure that goes into every conversation goes into, it's attached automatically. We're still on time, 11:59. Wow, look at that, 1 minute. But were there any more questions or?
Jeremy, any more questions?
No more questions. Someone wants a demo. We'll pass that info off to you.
Okay, great. All right. Thank you, guys. Yeah, right on time, right? 12 o'clock. Well, my time. I'm in California, so. All righty. Thank you, everyone.
Elizabeth, thank you so much. Yes. And we appreciate you being involved in FLYA and being a member of our organization. Thank you for sharing the details of your software with our members today.
Thank you, Michael. Appreciate it.
All right. Bye now.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye.